Good morning. You can see a variety of local social organizations that are reaching out to the community during Hope Fest that's kicking off this weekend. Here to tell us a little bit more from the Peoria Community Against Violence, we have Lisa Snow and Chris Duncan. Thank you both so much for being here today and spreading such an important message. The concept of Hope Fest is one that is very near and dear to both of your hearts. Yes. Lisa, let's start with you. Where did Hope Fest really come about? What was that conception of?
Angel Cruz had been to a similar event in Chicago, Illinois, and brought the idea back. But again, we'd been hearing from people in the community that they really wanted Pacv to be more proactive, to get out and really spread the message in a different way. So we thought we would try Hope Fest.
And that message very clearly being stopping the violence. I mean, that is the message that you're holding dear. And you have spoken to families that have been impacted in violence right here in our own community. And what have they been telling you, Chris?
Well, one of the things that a lot of families have been saying is that we're tired of going to the vigils. We're tired of going to the prayer marches. So what are you going to do to help us reduce the violence in Peoria? And again, that was the reason why we were reaching out for things such as Hope Fest.
And such an impactful message, again, bringing the community together, but hearing what their needs are very important. So when it comes to the day of Hope Fest, you guys are going to be kicking things off on Saturday. What are some of the things that people can expect to see there?
Well, they can expect a lot of the little, what do you call the bouncing?
The bouncy houses? There you go.
They can also look to see about 30 vendors. We have about 30 vendors there. We have people that's going to be there to interview people for jobs. We're going to be there, organizations such as OSF and Unity Point to talk about, we have help. If something happens to you, we don't want to think you're there by yourself. We're there to help you. And so we have organizations there for grief counseling. We have organizations, we have such as the mayor's going to come to welcome. We're going to have city officials out there letting them know that, hey, you are a part of our city.
And the resources are abound. You guys will be making sure of that. Lisa, you say the numbers also back the need for this. I mean, in Peoria and central Illinois, unfortunately, we have seen some very violent incidents.
Sure, absolutely. I work with the Illinois Violent Death Reporting System out of Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago, and we study the data on violent death. And Peoria certainly has some issues. We're at 19 homicides so far this year. And we would like to see that number at 0 homicides. So we're going to continue to use data to try to work towards that, and community outreach is the most important.
Well, you say getting the family involved is a very key component in making this Hope Fest a success. So give us the time, dates, places that people can show up at.
Well, it's going to be at Treewind Middle School on South Folkers here in Peoria. It's going to begin at 12 o'clock p.m. and it end at around 5 o'clock p.m., depending upon how many people are showing up. But that's our intention, is from 12 to 5 at Treewind Middle School here in Peoria.
Yep. Fantastic. Any cost associated?
There's absolutely no cost. We're going to have food, we're going to have entertainment, and again, like Chris said, lots and lots of services and vendors that are going to be there for the public.
Well, Lisa, Chris, thank you both so much for your time, and thank you all that you're doing in our community. You got the details over on